Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, people of the internet, let me ask you something simple but powerful. Do you really know yourself? I'm not asking if you know your name, your birthday, or the fact that you like jollof rice more than fried rice. That's surface level stuff. I'm talking about knowing yourself in a way that goes deep, knowing your true nature, your inner wiring, your strengths, your weaknesses, your hidden gifts, your blind spots, your fears, your purpose. Because let me tell you, if you don't know yourself, you will spend your entire life being used by people who do. Now, before you think I'm about to sound like one motivational preacher, relax. This is not a sermon. I just want us to have a real, casual conversation. Imagine we're sitting under a tree, cold drink in hand, breeze blowing, and I'm sharing with you one of the deepest truths of life. Know thyself. That phrase, know thyself, didn't come from Instagram influencers or YouTube gurus. It's an ancient teaching. In fact, in ancient Greece, the temple of Apollo at Delphi had this phrase carved into the stone. Gnathi Seouden, know thyself. Even the great philosophers like Socrates and Plato emphasized it. But here's the thing. They weren't talking about knowing your bank account balance, or your Myers-Briggs personality type, or your zodiac sign alone. They were talking about something far deeper. That to master life, you must first master yourself. And honestly, isn't that the biggest struggle for most of us? We're busy trying to control the world, control our partners, control our kids, control the economy, control politics, but we haven't even learned how to control our own mind. Let's be real. Many of us don't know ourselves because we've been programmed not to. From childhood, society has been telling us who we are supposed to be. School tells you, be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, or else you're a failure. Religion tells you, be holy in this exact way, or God won't like you. Social media tells you, be rich, sexy, and trending, or you're irrelevant. Even family sometimes tells you, be like your cousin Chinadu, look at how successful he is. So you grow up wearing masks upon masks, trying to live up to everyone's expectations, until one day you wake up and realize, you don't even know who you are anymore. It's like being an actor who has played so many roles that you forget your original identity. Let me break it down simply. If you don't know yourself, you'll live somebody else's life. You'll choose a career because your parents said so. You'll marry someone because society pressured you. You'll follow trends because you don't trust your own taste. You'll get manipulated easily. People who don't know themselves are like clay. Anyone can shape them, politicians, pastors, marketers, even toxic partners. You'll waste time. Imagine spending 10 years climbing a ladder, only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. You'll feel empty. You can have money, cars, and followers, but without self-knowledge, something will always feel missing. But if you do know yourself, that's when life starts aligning. That's when you stop chasing shadows and start walking in purpose. Let me tell you a short story. Once upon a time, a man lost his house key inside his room. Instead of looking inside the dark room, he went outside to search under the streetlight. Someone asked him, "Why are you looking here when you lost it inside?" He replied, "Because it's dark inside, and it's brighter out here." That's what most of us do. The answers are inside, but we're too afraid of the dark, so we go outside, seeking validation, chasing money, begging people to tell us who we are. Meanwhile, the real key is within. Practical benefits of knowing yourself. Okay, let's come down from the philosophy and make it practical. Why exactly should you know yourself? 1. You'll make better decisions. When you know your values, your triggers, your goals, you stop making random choices. You stop wasting time with the wrong friends, wrong jobs, wrong relationships. You choose from a place of clarity. 2. You'll master your emotions. Instead of being carried away by anger, fear, jealousy, you'll notice, this is my insecurity talking. And boom, you don't react blindly. That's real power. 3. You'll build real confidence. Confidence isn't about acting tough or wearing designer clothes. True confidence is knowing, I know who I am, I know what I stand for, and I don't need external approval. 4. You'll unlock your gifts. Everyone has unique talents, whether it's writing, teaching, healing, trading, building, or creating art. But if you don't know yourself, those gifts remain buried. 5. You'll live in alignment. Imagine your thoughts, words, and actions all pointing in the same direction. That's peace. That's freedom. That's knowing yourself. The battle within, let me warn you, knowing yourself is not easy. It's not all love and light. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, because you won't just discover your strengths, you'll also face your weaknesses. You'll realize, maybe you have a temper. Maybe you seek too much validation. Maybe you're addicted to distraction. That's the hard part, but guess what? That's also where growth begins. Because when you shine light on your shadow, it stops controlling you. So how do you actually know thyself? Let me give you some practical tools. Silence and solitude. Spend time alone without distractions. No phone, no TV, no social media. Just you and your thoughts. You'll be surprised at what you discover. Journaling. Write down your thoughts, your dreams, your fears. The page doesn't lie, it reflects you back to yourself. Meditation and prayer. Go inward. Listen to your inner voice, or if you're spiritual, connect to God within you. Astrology and numerology. Now, I know not everyone believes in this, but tools like astrology can reveal personality patterns, strengths, and cycles in your life. It's not about superstition, it's about reflection. Feedback from trusted people. Sometimes others see what you can't. Ask your true friends. What do you think are my strengths and weaknesses? Shadow work. Face the parts of yourself you've been avoiding. Heal old wounds. The danger of not knowing yourself. Let's flip it. What happens if you don't know yourself? You'll live as a slave, slave to trends, slave to money, slave to approval, slave to fear. You'll chase everything outside of you, thinking it will complete you. But you'll never be satisfied. It's like being thirsty and drinking salt water. You keep drinking, but you only get thirstier. That's why depression and anxiety are so common today. People are living disconnected from themselves. Their soul is calling one way, but their life is going another. That misalignment creates suffering. Now, here's the tricky part. We live in a world designed to distract us from self-knowledge. Social media wants you scrolling. Advertisers want you consuming. Politicians want you obeying. Nobody profits from you knowing yourself. Because when you know yourself, you become unshakable. You can't be easily controlled. You don't fall for every trap. You become sovereign. That's why this journey is radical. It's revolutionary. It's an act of freedom. Personal example. Let me make this real with my own story. There was a time in my life I was living on autopilot. I was chasing things everyone else said mattered. I thought success meant looking a certain way, having certain possessions. But deep down, I was empty. It wasn't until I slowed down, reflected, and started asking, who am I really, that things shifted. I discovered gifts I had ignored. I saw toxic patterns I needed to break. And I started aligning with my real purpose. And let me tell you, the peace that comes with that? Priceless. At the end of the day, knowing yourself is not just about psychology or success. It's spiritual, because the truth is, inside you there is a whole kingdom. Call it soul, spirit, divine spark, whatever language you prefer. When you go within, you realize, the answers are not out there. The answers are in here. And once you touch that inner kingdom, you're free. So, why should you know thyself? Because without it, life will toss you around like a plastic bag in the wind. But with it, you become grounded. You become powerful. You live on purpose, not by accident. And maybe that's what the ancients were trying to tell us all along. That the greatest journey is not to the moon, not across the ocean, not into outer space. It's the journey inward. So my challenge to you today is simple. Start that journey. Put down your phone for a while. Sit with yourself. Ask the hard questions. Discover your truth, because when you finally know yourself, the whole world opens up to you. And that, my friend, is real freedom. Thank you.